This NBA offseason has been one of my favorite offseasons to cover since I started covering NBA basketball. And the team I wanted to focus on is the Denver Nuggets, because I believe that they are making the right moves and the right push to potentially become the Western Conference champion and dethrone the Oklahoma City Thunder. So their first offseason move was to trade Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson. And I like this trade because I like Michael Porter Jr., but I believe trading him for Cam Johnson is you're getting a lot of value in return. Cam is a better defender. Cam has a better shot selection and is more team-oriented as a guy. He kind of fits the Nuggets system a little better, and he brings more offense to the table and offensive consistency, because Michael Porter Jr. could get really hot and shoot really, really well, but Cam Johnson is averaging around 18 points a game, which is nice considering Jamal Murray is on and off occasionally, and Nikola Jokic is just averaging a triple-double. So, and the next thing that the Nuggets did is they acquired Jonas Valanciunas from the Kings. Dude, I mean, you get the backup center that you want behind Nikola Jokic. They're good friends. They play games with each other. I mean, he's a traditional big man. He can score. He can rebound. He can pass. I mean, and he can really hold the Nuggets down while Nikola Jokic isn't on the floor, because that was a big problem last year, was when Nikola wasn't on the floor, their plus minuses were the worst in the league. So they're kind of thinking if they can have Jonas Valanciunas in here, he can kind of stop those big swings and make those numbers look a little bit better. But there is also some uncertainty about his commitment to the Nuggets, because he is considering playing in Greece, and they have been trying to get him to play in Greece, and but the Nuggets are very firm and reportedly want him to honor his contract, obviously. And, you know, Bruce Brown makes his return back to Denver. You can't go wrong with having Cowboy Bruce. He won a championship with them in 2023. He knows what they're about. I feel like he's a great guy. He's a hard worker. I think that's another great addition. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is also another signing that I really, really liked for the Denver Nuggets, because that adds way more shooting. And like, Tim Hardaway Jr. isn't a really off-the-catch guy. He really is just a three-point shooter, and that's kind of what they needed. And they got that in Cam Johnson and Tim Hardaway Jr. to space the floor for Nikola. I think it's only going to make this team infinitely better. And also the return of DaRon Holmes II after he was injured in last year's Summer League. He's going to come back, and I think he's a really good young player. And this emphasizes kind of the importance of the Valanciunas acquisition even more, because if DaRon Holmes isn't as ready to go as you think he is, you're going to need Valanciunas to kind of step in. And, you know, and they're not just acquiring talent, but talent that specifically complements Jokic, Murray, and Gordon, their games, and the team itself. I mean, the goal is very clear. They got to maximize their championship window by ensuring their top players are supported by a deep cast. It's very simple. And another thing I wanted to talk about is Nikola Jokic saying that he does not want to commit to a contract extension this summer with the Nuggets. So he's waiting out. He's still got 2 years on his contract, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon, but he doesn't want to extend his contract past this next 2 years, because he also will probably gain $80 million more, which is nice, right? And an additional guaranteed year in his contract. If he was to wait and hold out, then he could get a 4-year contract, do all that, get more money. But the earliest he could be a free agent is 2027, so there's no immediate threat of him leaving. But I mean, for the upcoming season, there's effectively no impact. I mean, Jokic remains undisputed leader in the centerpiece of the Nuggets. Their owner said that they have no reason to trade him at all. They don't want to trade him. He doesn't even want to think about trading Nikola Jokic. And the Nuggets front office was aware of the possibility and even explained the financial advantages of waiting to Jokic, right? Showing transparency and understanding. So they kind of get it. They understand that he wants his bag, and so they're going to let him wait down the line and hopefully build a team. And it looks like they're going to build a team around him that he might want to stay, honestly. So I don't really mind it. And ultimately, if the Nuggets continue to contend, I mean, it's highly probable that Jokic will sign that larger extension when he becomes available. And I think this Nuggets team is going to go really deep this year. And if that Nuggets team last year could take OKC to 7 on that team alone, I think these additions honestly are going to put them over the top. And I have them as one of my favorites, if not the favorite, to win the NBA title in this 2026 season. And thank you guys for tuning in and watching and supporting me. I'm almost at 8,000 subscribers. I cannot begin to thank you guys enough. I never thought I would be at this point And I'm just going to continue making videos and doing what I love and reporting on the game of basketball. And with that being said, God, I love this sport.